So hello guys. In this video, I'll be detailing out and telling you how I survived MDR, TB MDR, the second phase of TB, because TB is divided into three phases. It's the first phase, the initial phase, the second phase, which is MDR, and the third phase, which is XDR. So I had MDR. at the age of 16. I was doing grade 10, if I'm not mistaken. uh, so being sick, it comes with a lot of things like being depressed and having anxiety. At that point, I wasn't aware of those things and what they meant. So let's get on to it. So when I was doing grade 10, the second semester, I will call it the second semester because it was after June. I was about to write for the third term. So around that time, I was doing grade 10. Everything was good. I was in high school. Everything was going fine. As a normal child, as normal as it can be for a South African child. So I start feeling sick. Like I'm an energetic person. So my mother saw that, okay, now I always stay in my room, and I was losing weight. So since I was losing weight, my mother said, no, you need to go to the clinic and check something out. Check yourself out. What's wrong? So I go to the nurse. They ask me things that I feeling like we have flu or what. No, my body's hot. I'm losing weight. I'm always tired. So they said to me, no, you should check for TB. Maybe you have TB for some reason. So I went to check for TB. I think a week or two later, I was supposed to go and check my results. I went there. When I was checking my results, what I found out that I had MDR. So I have TB MDR. I didn't know at the time what it was. So the person I was talking to said they have to talk to someone who was older than me, a guardian or a parent. So I had to. Fortunately, I had some money with me, so I took a taxi to where my mother was working at the time. I went there. I told my mother the story. She was a teacher. My mother was a teacher. I told my mother the story. She talked to the principal, and they took me back to the clinic. I went back to the clinic. She had a car at that point. So when we get to the clinic, they tell my mother the story, like I have MDR, TB, and it's contagious. Like I could make other people at home sick, because my mother has 5 children, and we used to live with my cousins. So there were 6 children in the house plus my mother. So they tell her I need to book a date to go to the specific hospital for MDR. They give me the date, they book it for me, and they tell me at this date you're gonna go to see your results and which level do you have of MDR. So I went to Philasande. There's a hospital called Philasande. When I get to Philasande, they gave me a letter, and in this letter, they told me, no, you're going to take a bus to another hospital where it's in Eshowe, if I'm not mistaken. It's in Eshowe. It's called Salvesh, the Salvesh Hospital. So when I get there, so we're in this line with these other people. I can see some people are like sick. So for me, I was losing weight, but I was not that sick, because the only thing is that I was losing my appetite, and I used to sleep more, and I stayed in my room because I was tired, but I wasn't feeling that much sick. So when I get there, they tell me this. So this guy opens up my letter and says, okay, stand on the side. Then all other people, like, were divided into 3 categories. So my group, I'm told that, okay, you have level 2 of MDR TB. This means that you are going to stay here for a month. So think about this. You are a child, you are 16 years old, you are doing grade 10, everything is going well, and now you are told you are going to stay in a hospital for a month. Okay, on top of that, they start schooling us on something. They say, okay, for all of those who have level 2 MDR, they need to take some pills. These pills we are going to take for 2 years. After 2 years, during these 2 years, you have an option. You have to take an injection. in your bums. You have to take an injection, but in this injection you have an option that you're taking it for 6 months, of which you are going to get an injection every single day, or except for the weekends, or you are going to take it 3 times a week, and you are going to take it 3 times a week, and you're going to take it for 9 months. So I had to make a decision between them, if I'm going to take it for 9 months, or I'm going to take it 3 times a week. So now I'm supposed to, mind you, I'm not even prepared that me and my mother are not even prepared that we are going to stay. So they tell me you have to stay, you can't go home because of this. Then okay, that is that. I go home. Like now there's these new people here. A lot of things go through your mind. At that point I didn't understand what was it and what it meant, but now I understand because I have done some studies on depression and anxiety. But I already felt like I was in a dark place at that point, especially starting the treatment. When I started the treatment, fortunately at the early stages of it treated me well. It didn't have a problem beside the injection, because the injection makes you lose, you have to consistently walk, because it affects your walking. That's how dangerous it is. If you can walk, they arrange physiotherapists for you, to someone to see. So I get to my mother leaves, without me saying goodbye to, without me notifying the school or notifying my family. My mother was going to do all of those things for me. So now this is what happens. Okay, I'm in this hospital. I'm supposed to stay here. They give me a room. My mother goes back home. She brings my pajamas, and some things to eat, and she brings mind you, they had catering, but she brought something to eat, and she brings me my blanket and stuff, all the things she thought I would need at a point. So when I get there, like this my second day here. Okay, the first day, they give me the meal. They orientate us how things work here. I used to have a roommate. We never used to. We were told we shouldn't close the windows for some week, because we all have this TB. So in my second day there, someone dies. Mind you, I'm doing grade 10. This is the first time I'm seeing someone, a dead person, with my own eyes, like in front of me, dying, and they are dying because of something that I have too. So this created another feeling in me that I never knew, that I might die because people are dying here. So I had to take, if my memory serves me well, because this thing is not something I already forget, I had to take 21 pills. I used to take 21 pills I used to take 21 pills, yes. I used to take 16 in the morning, and 6 at night. Yeah, it's 16 in the morning and 6 at night. You calculate out. Yeah, that's 21, yes. So the night pills were a nightmare, because the night pills, they had a certain taste that used to, whenever you drink them, they come out, they smell very badly. So I used to have problems sleeping after taking the night pills. Something I used to do, the doctors didn't agree with. I used to, because my chest used to burn when I took those pills, what I used to do, I used to sleep on the floor. Like I used to sleep on the floor, like with nothing. I used to, nothing but my pants on, my pajama pants on. I sleep on the floor. The floor used to be cold, so on the floor is cold. So in some time of the night, I used to get sleep. So this is a very long story, so I'll try to keep it short for the video. But okay, I take the medication, I start the injection. I met some people there. There are some funny people here. Some people relapsed from the initial TB, so which was very, like, to me, most of the people here relapsed, because they are here because they used to have TB, the 6 months TB, the treatment they take for 6 months, and they didn't finish the course, or something related to that, or someone in their family has the MDR and infected them. So I don't. So I remember this one time, when they called my mother. before they called my mother, I was sleeping on the floor as usual. So now I start coughing. When I start coughing blood. I start coughing blood, I cough blood, I go to the sink, I continue coughing blood. This was really bad and I became very exhausted. So I went back, I slept on the floor. My roommate came in, so while I was flushing, because I was coughing blood in the sink, while I was cleaning the sink, some blood was left there. And my roommate came in, he went to the bathroom, he saw that there was blood, and he went to me, he saw that where I am there was blood and I was coughing blood. So he called the nurses, they called my family. That was the first time it really sank in, like, okay, I am sick and I could die from this. Because I saw, when I woke up from that, because my mother was already there, when I woke up, I saw the look in my mother's eyes, like, the look that your parent gives you, like, I thought you passed away, or I thought you dead. She was really sad. And then that really hits me when they left, because I saw that, damn, I could die from this thing. I could really die. But other than from that, I'll try to make the video short, because there's another section for me, because after I completed that 1 month, fortunately I was negative from the MDR, but I still had to take the treatment. I was negative for me being contagious, like me infecting other people, but I still had to take the treatment. I'll do another video detailing out what happened when I go to school, because I had to take the treatment while I was studying, going back to school. I had to write exams when I came back. So, okay, I'm here. There was a couple of people, I wouldn't mention this because MDR is something that is very dangerous and could kill you. A couple of people died when I was there. A couple of people died. There was this thing the guys, they used to make fun of it. They called this, what did they call it? Because it was blue. Something they take you out with, it was blue. So they used to call it an elevator. Like, someone made a joke of it, like, oh, someone is living in that elevator, they are being treated like they are pushing them. Whenever that thing comes, we know that someone has passed away, because a lot of people passed away, and that created like a very, very feeling in me that I didn't know the name at that point in time. It was very, very, very impactful. I don't know how to put it, but it was very scary. Yes, that's the word I wanted. It was very scary seeing yourself that I'm in a position where I could die, and I'm here with people I do not know. Life is moving on without me. It's hard to contact my friends in here. No one is here except me, and people are dying in front of me. On top of that, I still have 2 years of this thing, and the pills we used to take in the morning, imagine taking 16 different kinds of pills. What that does to you, like taking so many pills and waking up every day seeing someone die, like someone died yesterday. It's like they're telling you, no, someone died yesterday, and it becomes something very normal, like, nah, people die. So being that it created because going back to school, I wasn't the same anymore. I would say I was in a dark place in the place, but the nurses were very friendly. They made it better. They made it better being there. But MDR was really a scary thing for me. I don't know if I was descriptive enough in this video, but I don't want to make it too long, so I'll make another part 2 of this video detailing out how what happened when I went back to school, when I finished the course. Well, not the course actually, when I finished the 1 month they gave you for you to see that you respond to pills, and the medication, the injection don't paralyze you, and you don't need a physiotherapist, what they do to you. So I'll explain that in the next video. I'll do a part 2 of this because I don't want it to be a long video. Thank you. like the channel so that you, and hit the notification so that you will see when I upload the next video.